Hello everyone again, and welcome to this particular video, and we are going to be diving in depth into the results that was taken by various telescopes with regards to an event that happened on the 26th of September, which is DART. Actually, NASA called it the Double Asteroid Redirect Test, and this incredible spacecraft successfully touched down, let's put it that way, or collided with an asteroid, Dimorphos, and it is known that Dimorphos is a harmless asteroid. And since it is harmless, what is the impact of this particular test, and how is this going to change our understanding of behavior of planetary objects, either in terms of it approaching various planets or some form of dust or particle that may impact the civilization of various planets in there, like for example Earth. And trying out this test was actually a beautiful scene to watch on the big screen, let's put it that way, and seeing the size of a fridge colliding with the size of a pyramid is truly incredible feat, because there are a lot of challenges, a lot of things that might go wrong, and not only leading to that event, which is the collision process, but also what impact will that collision have in this particular experiment or event. And this is really wonderful, because by analyzing the present and also what is going on currently, how this is going to change our understanding of planetary orbit, or in this case particle behavior in space, is truly fascinating. And so seeing these particular images from the various telescopes, like for example we had image from the Hubble telescope that had a really blue incredible view of that collision or impact, alongside that of the James Webb telescope, the most recent telescope that is out there in space around the L2 region, showing this incredible little red to orange light flares. Is truly fascinating to see what this actually means in terms of different dust particles that were generated after the collision, and in terms of the future, what is the new trajectory or orbital path of this particular Dimorphous asteroid that is known to be harmless. So it's going to be wonderful to see how this is going to play a huge role in the future of various defense of our planet, Earth specifically, because we know what happened to our ancestors, in this case the dinosaurs, and how that decimated their civilization, and hopefully that will happen in our own case in terms of our current times. And there'll be a lot of little events here and there, little asteroids just knocking down, a little bit of meteorite landing on Earth, nothing too critical. But then when it comes to something much bigger, can the size of a spacecraft be able or just enough to push any sized bigger or smaller asteroids out of their orbit away from its target location? That is something that scientists will have to move on to experiment on and check out how this is going to play a huge role in terms of maybe the impact of such orbit path changes concerning other planets that may be impacted by our actions. So it's going to be interesting to see how this mathematical analysis that they actually put forth, and the chances of hitting that particular target asteroid at the right spot in such a way that other planets will be affected by such change in orbit path, is going to be fascinating to think about that as well. Now, the large asteroid Didymos is another fascinating asteroid to look out for, because it is a larger asteroid that is close to the Dimorphos asteroid. Will the Dimorphos asteroid change its own orbit path due to a little bit of a less gravitational impact that is affecting or affected by that particular little asteroid, or will that not change its trajectory of that particular Dimorphos as it is in its specific position in space. So those are the questions that scientists will be observing using various observatories, that is either on Earth but also our telescopes in space. Now, one cool thing about the observations of these telescopes and the color tells us a little bit more about the property of Dimorphous asteroid, and this is going to be incredible in terms of what type of dust, what type of chemical composition does that particular asteroid have, and how that will change our understanding of asteroid science, I'll put it that way, and different behaviors of various maybe rare earth metals that may be present in different asteroids. So this is really fascinating to see the science behind the telescope and how that impacts our understanding of the asteroids that are either knocked by this particular spacecraft releasing dust and particles, or relationship within that orbit of the main or larger asteroid with the changed asteroid away from its own orbit. Interestingly, this is the first time, according to this article, that two objects, which are the telescopes, are able to observe an event simultaneously. So this is wonderful to see this actually being pulled off, and as well other observatories having their own images of the way or the sequence of events that led to this particular collision taking place. Now, other interesting things about these telescopes used is to follow the new orbit path of that particular asteroid and how it is going to be changing its own behavior compared to how it was before. How fast as well is this particular asteroid moving away or towards its larger asteroid region? We don't know yet at all. So it's going to be fascinating to see this particular analysis being produced and released, and see ways by which this can be modified when future spacecraft can be released in order for we to actually get a sense of how we can best protect Earth from any form of any threats from outer space. So I hope you found this really informative. Please hit the comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts about this particular event and also the observations by James Webb Telescope and Hubble Telescope, and what are the future of this particular event in terms of protecting our Earth, in this case civilization, from any form of space debris impact. So I hope you found this very informative. See you on the next one. Stay smart as always and believe in yourselves.